Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Daniela. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about assistantships. What are assistantships? As an international student, funding is the topmost priority for you. And when I talk about funding, I mean scholarships, assistantships. Assistantships are like called graduate assistantships for graduate students, those pursuing their masters or their PhD. So like there are different types of assistantships and there are tips that you should follow in order to land an assistantship. So this is what this video is about. So stay tuned and watch to the very end. And thank you all my new subscribers, and if you have been watching me from day one, thank you so much. And if you are watching me now and you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. It's quite easy and fast. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so that when I upload a new video you can be notified. Thank you, and let's dive into the video. So typically we have three types of assistantships. We have graduate teaching assistantship, graduate research assistantship, and graduate assistant. Those are the three types of assistantships that we have. So what do they entail? What do you have to do and all of that? So as a graduate teaching assistant, you are like assigned to a professor. So you help the professor to manage a class during the semester. You are assigned to a professor and you help him to manage a class during the semester. You are like the link between the professor and student. You have daily interactions with students, and in that way you can have a positive influence on many students, undergraduate students. And then you also learn the act of teaching. You get to stay in the class sometimes the professor is teaching. I kind of experience how he or she is teaching classes and how it is done. So that's what graduate teaching assistantship entails. You also get to grade exams and assignments, and you also can also be asked to supervise some tests or exams. So like you get to interact with students a lot, and you are involved in a particular course that the professor is handling. Yes, that is what graduate teaching assistantship entails. So if there are like 50 courses that are to be taken in that department for a particular semester, there's likely to be like 50 teaching assistantship positions available. And if you're a master's student, you're most likely to be assigned to a course that is being taught to students pursuing their first degree. If you're a PhD student, you can be assigned to a course being taught to master's students or to students pursuing their bachelor's degree. So teaching assistantship, that is what it really entails. So like how do you get this teaching assistantship? Sometimes some schools like post opportunities on their department website when there is an opening for such positions, and sometimes during the fall semester when they are recruiting new students, they tend to also recruit new teaching assistantships. Yes. So the second type of assistantship is the graduate assistant. This, you do duties that are not like related to your coursework. You do things that are related to office duties, like clerical work, administrative work. That is what graduate assistant is about. As a graduate assistant, you could be assigned to the lab, department lab, or the department library. You kind of like do some clerical work, administrative work, support work, and all of that. You could be assigned to the IT unit. That's what graduate assistant is about. The duties are not really related to your coursework. And so the third type of assistantship is the graduate research assistantship. Graduate research assistantship. In this one, you get to work on a project that is being funded, maybe by an organization. Like a professor has a funded project that he or she is working on, and you get to work with that professor. You assist the professor in completing the project. This kind of assistantship is really great because you get to own your research skills, and you can also be like involved in the project from the beginning to the end, and you get your name involved when it is being published, depending on the amount of work you put in. Most times it is PhD students that get to work as a graduate research assistant. Master's students can also work as a graduate research assistant, but most times it is PhD students because they have a longer time to dedicate for research. And the experience you gain while working as a graduate research assistant is very valuable. Yes, honestly. You also get to network, you get to know more about the professor, and if you need a recommendation letter in the future, it will be very easy. Also, as a graduate research assistant, you can also learn to work with other professors. While working with your professor, you can also see another professor that is doing a similar work, and if you have extra time on your end, it would be good to also dedicate some time to work on such research. Knowledge is never a waste. It is never too much. What our advice is, when you apply for a graduate research assistant and you get the offer, it is always good when you're assigned to the professor you'll be working with to do the research that you read their past work and their past projects to have an idea of what they do and how they go about it. Yes. So the kind of compensation you receive and the type of work you are given as a graduate assistant, or as a graduate teaching assistant, or as a graduate research assistant will vary depending on the department and depending on the university. And also there are more opportunities to get all these assistantships in the fall semester. And also, graduate students are the ones that are typically targeted to get all these kind of assistantships. Graduate students. Undergraduate students can seek to find other types of scholarships within the department and within the university. How do you land a graduate assistantship? The truth is, assistantships are very competitive. A lot of graduate students want that position because of the experience and the compensation that comes with it. So like, you have to put forward a very strong application to increase your chances. You have to put your best foot forward. Like, your application package must be very strong and outstanding in order to land a graduate assistantship. So how do you go about it? So the first thing I would recommend is that you should know the department to which you are applying for a graduate assistantship. Know that department very well. Most assistantship positions in universities and in the departments are like handled locally. What I mean is, like, the hiring process is most times within the department. So the department and the professors determine who to hire and who not to hire. So I really advise that you go through the website very well, try to find out the kind of research they do in the department, the kind of courses they teach, understand what is going on in the department, previous students who have been graduate assistants, like what do they do, what was their background. Try as much as possible to read on the website about all these things. They're always on the website. You just have to search and navigate, and then you get enough knowledge on the department, what they do, what they teach, and what graduate assistants tend to do. When you know very well about the opportunity, about the department, about the things they are looking for in a graduate assistant, it will put you a step ahead of the other candidates. You'll be able to know what part of your experience to put forward when applying for the graduate assistantship. So it's very important that you go through the website and know what they want, the kind of opportunity that are available, what they are offering, and what they are looking for in a graduate assistant. So the website is the first place. Know the website of the department to which you are applying. It's very, very important. Next thing I would like to talk about is showcase your value. A crowded number of graduate students, they want graduate assistantship positions, and the positions are limited. You have to showcase your value. You have to showcase what makes you unique. Now we'll talk about get a LinkedIn profile. A LinkedIn profile that is detailed and up to date. It is never too much with LinkedIn. Put all your experience, your skills, get recommendations, like your past projects, the past awards you've gotten. Put it on your LinkedIn profile. Have a suitable headline. That is a good way of showcasing your value. Also, you can have an online portfolio. Like, say you are a computer science student, you are good in programming, or you are good in designing websites. I have done some projects in the past. Have an online portfolio that shows your work. If you're a writer, you've written some things before in the past, have an online portfolio that shows your writing samples. Have it there. If you're a computer science student, you can have a GitHub profile where you showcase all the projects you have done and all of that. All these things help you to put your best foot forward. You could also take courses that are like courses online that are related to your profession and the degree you're about to pursue, and all of that. All these things help. Honestly, they go a long way. Some of these universities go to check your LinkedIn profile to even see if you have an online presence. They get to check if the kind of people you are connected to, the kind of things you're engaging online. So it is very important. Honestly, you have to showcase your value, and the good way of showcasing your value is using LinkedIn and online portfolios. And when you're applying to their graduate assistant positions, you indicate your LinkedIn URL, you indicate your online portfolio URL, and they will see that, oh, this is an outstanding candidate, this one knows what he or she is doing. So the third thing I want to talk about is cultivate professional relationships. This really helps when you're applying for graduate assistantship, because you always need recommendation letters. So the relationship you form with your past lecturers in school, your past professors, or your past employer, or even your current employer will go a long way. So it's always good to be diligent at whatever you are doing. Even in school, put yourself out there. Be known to your lecturers as a dutiful individual, because these people can comment on your work ethic, your ability to succeed, your zeal, and all of that, and those things will really help you to land all these kinds of assistantship positions. So it's always good to cultivate professional relationship, good professional relationship with people. Also, you could have a mentor, cultivate a good relationship with them. Maybe you're a volunteer, cultivate a good relationship with whoever was in charge. Always be diligent to do what you are expected to do. All these things go a long way. You might think you will not need those people again, but really you might need them. And no matter the job you are doing, even if you are planning to leave that job for another one, always give it your best while you are currently there. You can never tell. Yes, so like, you will need reference letter, you will need recommendation letters. So it's good that you've had good relationship with your past professors, your past lecturers, your past employer, and even your current employer. Grad school is very competitive. getting admitted to grad school, and also getting funding, getting assistantship is much more competitive. So you will need stellar recommendation letters that will put your application at the top of the pool. Also, you should think about the value you are going to add when applying for all these things. If you are asked to send an email with your application, try and indicate the value you are going to bring. Try and indicate a past experience that showed that you'll be best prepared for this assistantship position. And if you get to do everything right and you land like a full funding that waives your tuition and you still get to be paid stipends, that would be really great. And also you get to know professors, you get to network and all of that. They get to share opportunities with you. So like there are advantages of being a graduate assistant. So I really recommend that you put in your best foot forward if you want this thing. You have to start planning ahead. You have to start getting everything right. Honestly, the effort comes with the reward. So be willing to put in the effort, and when the reward comes, you will see that it was really worth it. Yes, so please don't expect it to be like very easy and all of that. No, you have to put in the effort, you have to be diligent, you have to like do everything that you have to do the needful. Also, about applying for graduate assistant positions, there are some schools that once you apply for admission, they consider all applicants and they choose the best applicant to give those positions to. And there are some schools that when you apply for admission, you have to also submit a separate application for assistantship positions. So you have to just know what the school wants. It is always there on their website. Know if they want you to submit a separate application, or maybe they are going to consider you just when you apply for admission. So like always understand. And when you get an offer, an assistantship offer from any university, please understand the conditions attached to it, understand the terms, understand if it is a full funding or a partial funding, if there will be any deficit. Always understand. Ask questions. If you don't understand, send them an email. Understand the conditions of the offer and choose what is best for you. That is it for this video. Yeah, talking about assistantships and how to land an assistantship, the type of assistantships: graduate teaching assistantship, graduate research assistantship, and graduate assistant. And also, how do you land these assistantships? Know the department to which you're applying for an assistantship. Know the department very well. Know what they do, know the research going on, know what the position wants, and know what you can offer. Understand everything. The second thing is showcase your value. An online portfolio, your LinkedIn profile, your past article, anything that showcases what you have done and the value you have added, put it out there. And the last thing is cultivate professional relationships. It is very, very important. Yes. Yeah, so like that's it for this video. If you like this video, please give it a like. It's very important. Drop your comments, ask for clarifications, drop your additions too. Nobody knows it all. Hit subscribe and say it's a way of supporting me. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Please stay safe. Yeah.